Wait, how on earth did we win?
Like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, so today we're gonna be with Prospero77, who's another guy on Gremlin John Gaming's channel who is going to be featured a lot, and we're gonna be telling you tricks and tips for Brawl. We have quite a few today, so let's just jump into our first game. We'll try to find a third player. I don't think he's gonna go. Okay, we jump into our first with BB and M's. The first tip is you need to know what your comp is going to be, and if you're playing with randoms, you need to try to guess. So I've put together a little bit of a checklist so we can see who we need to play and what comps are the best at winning. Here is our checklist. There's many strategies and different brawlers that you'll need to use in order to succeed at Brawl Ball. Not all of them will be essential though. So going back to the gameplay here, we have a Frank who is good because he can break walls. Breaking walls is very important as it allows you to go straight up and score. You also need to play a brawler who's very good at controlling the map. Some examples may be Poco and Ems. These types of brawlers are very important as they can pressure the enemy and it will be way harder for them to make a solid push. This next characteristic of Brawler is completely optional, but it would help you slightly in your gameplay if you had a Brawler that could heal up. This way, the Brawler who carried the ball could have infinite healing. Using Poco's Da Capo star power is very helpful in Brawl Ball, as the person with the ball will be continuously healed. It is almost completely necessary to have a brawler that can knock possession from the enemy's hands. This is important because if you don't do much damage, then the brawler can just walk it in. However, if you have a brawler who can knock the ball away, then this will be really helpful, as you could gain possession and even start a push, as we are going to do now. Oof. A brawler like BB can be very useful in these types of situations. Another type of brawler that is extremely useful is a tank. Because the tank usually has a lot of health, they can walk the ball in. Now, you might ask yourself, wait, but Gremlin John, you've discussed like 6 types, and there's not 6 brawlers in a Brawl Ball match on the same team. So how will that work? Many brawlers are more than one type. For example, Frank can do many things. He can break walls, he's very high health, and he can knock possession from the enemies with his super. We've just won that game due to a good random who played Frank, which was a very good choice by us. And him, of course. Let's use this first tip to our advantage and see how we can incorporate it into our second game. Let's hop right into it. So we're playing the same comp except we've got a Max. Let's see which categories Max can fit into. Max cannot break walls, does not have high health, he is sort of a controlled brawler, he cannot heal, and he cannot knock possession. Now don't get me wrong, Max is a good brawler at Brawl Ball, but he doesn't exactly fit the standards we're working at right now. With Max only fitting in one of our categories, it'll be very interesting to see how this game turns out, as well as a control brawler who is B, with her supercharged shot. I'm the control brawler right now, but the Daryl and especially the B can counter us especially well. Prospero is just going to hang by the goal and try to use the thing I was talking about in my earlier tips, which is going to be knocking back the brawlers. So I've just died, but Prospero is going to make an offensive with the Max trailing slightly behind Let's see how this works. So they're both on defense, and the Daryl has just come up. The Daryl is really a threat as well. So we've all died, which is not great. I'm on 2 ammo. Jesse's going to put the turret just to annoy us, and I'm dead. I think Prospero's going to hang by the goal. Prospero's going to stay there. Going to hit the bubble once. I'm just going to go forward. We're really playing defensive this match due to that they have 2 control brawlers, not 1. However, they don't have any brawlers that can break the wall. So that is an advantage to us. So there's just under a minute left and the scores are level at 0-0. But they have the upper hand right here. And the Daryl's making a charge. I'm dead and he's going to score. So Prospero just scored an own goal, which is not great. We have half a second left, and I'm just going to suicide myself right there just to buy a little bit of time. So the Jesse's going to try to get the shot off, but I think we're going to block it just in time for the Daryl to get kind of shreked. The Max will make an offensive, so let's see. He's the only one, and there's the Daryl. Okay, we have 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Oh my gosh, he scored with 3 seconds remaining. So it's going to go into overtime, and we have the advantage right here because the Daryl, it's very hard for him to approach if there's nothing behind a wall. So I'm dead. I wasn't watching my health, and Prospero will boot it back to the Daryl, but the bee will kill Prospero. See, what the flip? Okay, we're fronting this guy immediately. There's no way that we're not. What a legend, actually. So look at him though. 20,000 trophies. That explains it all. Every single brawler, that's pretty nice. Jackie's is lowest. Well, I'm surprised about that. Okay. As we jump into our tip number 2, we also jump into a game right here where we have a dynamite. Our second tip is going to be you must have a strategy if you're not playing with all randoms. So if you're going to play more than one random, then you must have a strategy for what you're going to play. So if you're going to play, for example, if you're going to play super offensive, then you're probably going to have one person hang by a bush by the goal, as the Shelly exemplified, but she was playing super defensive. So it really depends on your random, or if you're going to play as a team, it really depends on your comp. So since we have a dynamite here, I think it would be a bit better to play somewhere in between, as we are not exactly sure how good this dynamite is. He seems to be landing a few of his shots, which is quite impressive. He just launched super out. So let's go back to tip number 1, which was finding a good comp. And if we look at our checklist, it's better because he can break walls and he is slightly a controlled brawler. He can also knock possession with his super. They're going to make a push right now. 2 of our teammates are down. The Frank's going to interrupt the walls. That's what I was talking about last time, about you need to break the walls. The Shelly is the only one left. She's going to do some damage. The dynamite is getting a bit too close, though. I'm just going to switch to the music so you don't have to hear my boring voice. just had a late comeback and goal by me, but I think they're going to score here. Oof, the Frank is going to miss. Let's see how this progresses. Okay, so we lost that due to the Shelly soup bringing in. We had that one, but it was quite difficult. We were kind of the underdogs. So I'm trying to decide between Pam or Poco because they're both roughly the same, except Pam's more of a kind of tankier brawler. She has much more health. I think I'm gonna go Poco though. So we're matched up with a Colt who's called Baby Tara in French. He's quite good on the checklist. He checks a lot of our objectives. So the Ems is going AFK. Prospero is going to attack him. We're going to try to hand the ball over to Prospero. The Tara could be a problem. I'll heal him for no reason whatsoever. And he's going to get the ball in. The Colt opened up the map, which is another thing on our checklist, which is great. So we're 1 goal ahead now, but we really need to keep our momentum going. So the Bo just places mines in the middle, so they'll gain possession of the ball. Prospero's dead due to some mines. This Bo is trying to play hide and seek with me. He's gonna kill me. We'll let for Baby Tara to go up. So they're all crowded there, so I will be really good and I can attack all 3 of them. So Prospero just did his gadget in a weird way. He's going to open up. The Colt's going to open up our own side of the map, which is not what we want. So we managed to get that one away. The Tara's super was really annoying right there. So the Bo's going to decide to pick on us. Ems is going to slow down, but we'll heal, and Mr. Royal has scored an own goal. Before we finish this video, let's just go through one more game as a final one with the music and some odd commentary. Looking pretty even. Let's just get to the next piece of music. like and subscribe button for more videos. Stay safe and peace out. Until next time, Gremlin John.